Welcome everyone to the next episode of Nations at their Worst, and in this episode we're gonna take a look at Norway. And I think you already know what the path we're gonna go, but just in case you don't, you'll find out soon. We're gonna do the Stumbling Storting, which is gonna give minus 20% stability and minus 5% democracy support. So let's select the focus. I've already done the setup and let's begin. Alright, the Storting stumbles and we're only at 58% stability now. And now we have a choice between Lurk in the Shadows or the Royal Chamberlain's Overture. And you probably guessed that we're gonna do Lurk in the Shadows. That's right, we're gonna go fascist. And you know what that means? A civil war, because if Norway, you need to have a civil war for some reason. Or at least you do for the fascist and communist paths. And it's completely unavoidable for some reason. Right, it is done, and now we should have some decisions. Yeah, these annoying decisions to build up support. I guess let's do some, and they cost 25 PP and convoys for 5% recruitable pop in the state, minus 15 local construction speed, and 5% fascism. Not great or good at all. Next, let's do ask for foreign support. It's gonna ask Germany to support us, and it's gonna make the counter of these decisions 15 days faster, sorry, and it's only gonna cost 10 PP. The German Reich will help us. Okay, nice. Next, let's do cultivate the conservative parties. It's gonna add 80 PP and remove 5% democracy support. Also, we're at 30% fascism already, so it's becoming a popular movement, I guess. Next, let's do approach the Fatherland League, which is gonna give us 50 PP, minus 5 democracy, and an advisor who gives us fascism and some other stuff. Also, for the second level of these decisions, you also get minus 20% local factories. Like, why? You're just sabotaging yourself at this point. Also, let's hire the star of the show today, Wittgen Quisling, who is a fascist lackey, which means like lapdog or something similar, who gives us minus 10% stability, plus 15% war penalty stability modifier, plus 10 war support, and plus 0.08 fascism support. Not like we needed that much. Next, let's do the National Samling, which is the fascist party's name. It gives plus 10 war support, minus 5 stability, and Birger Meidel as an advisor. And we can invite Germany to the civil war. I don't want to do these decisions, but I feel like I have to maximize suffering and shittiness. Fascists harass Lev Trotsky. Well, jail him, I guess. Didn't do anything, but, he's jailed. So I don't know how the Soviets will get rid of him now. Next, we could do the coup, but we're not gonna just yet. We're gonna do Empower Hirden, which was the Norwegian fascist paramilitary organization like the Sturmabteilung in Germany. And this focus gives us 50 command power, 5 war support, 50 army XP, and 5 entire units when the civil war starts. Next, let's do the secret army, which will gives 2 fascist militias when the decision for a military takeover in a state is taken. And finally, just to give us more garbage, the third decision gives local supplies minus 15%. and 5% fascism, but I don't give a shit. 15% less local supplies. Alright, the secret army is done, and now we can finally do Quisling's coup, which is a 7-day focus, by the way, which is a rare sight. And it gives 30% fascism popularity, so we're gonna be 100% fascist. It's gonna remove a few people, namely Birger Lundberg and Christian Lake, who's been the unfireable chief of army all this time. And it's gonna add contested leadership, and a civil war is gonna break out. Alright, we spawned in Oslo, and let's see, we have 17 divisions, as opposed to about the same, probably. We don't have a field marshal. Oh well. Also, where is that decision to invite Germany, or is it by focus? I don't know. And yeah, Quisling is the leader now, so he's no longer available as an advisor. And now we only have anti-communist sentiment and contested leadership. And next, while we fight, we're gonna do building an independent Norway. Well, we're not gonna be independent for that much longer, but you know, we can use the PP gain and the 4 civs. And I guess let's go. Oh yeah, there it is, the takeover in some states. I guess this is what happens when you... Wait, I didn't do the decisions fully in Trondelag, so I really have no idea why it's there, but you know, it's helpful. And now Trondelag is ours, but nobody spawned in there, so it's only gonna act as a minor distraction at best. Let's hire Joachim Lehmkuhl as an advisor who gives 5 stability, 8 construction speed, and fascism support, but we're 100% fascist, so who cares? But he has the trait the father, which is unique to him, I think. Why can I not invite Germany though? Doesn't make much sense. Because I distinctly remember you could ask Germany to help out. But I guess not anymore. Alright, definitely independent Norway has been built. Now let's do Norwegian School of Economics. Next, let's do Norges Tekniske, I can speak, I promise. Högskole. Next is to increase research funding, and also the civil war is taking a lot longer than I expected. Italy sends military support, nice. That's gonna have our deficit of guns. Next, let's do expand Norges Tekniske Högskole for a research slot. Okay, after like 150,000 dead Norwegians, the civil war is over. There we go. Now we have manpower, a whole 3,000 manpower. But hopefully we can, yeah, we can raise it to extensive soon, which is now. Alright, and we're out again. Anyway, now, let's see if we can join the Axis. We can. Alright. Now we're in the Axis. And now we're gonna get rid of Quisling, but don't fear, metaphorically, because he's only going for a short vacation. Getting rid of Quisling is gonna give us minus 20 stability, minus 10 war support, but it's gonna remove contested leadership, so that's something. And Josef Terboven is gonna be our leader for a bit, who is a ruthless administrator, who gives plus 15% stability, plus 10 resistance decay speed, and plus 0.12 fascism support. So he's a hell of a lot better than Quisling, but you know, this is nations at their worst, so we're gonna ruin Norway even further. Next, we're gonna do the Administrative Council, which gives minus 10% consumer goods, plus 5 stability, and minus 10% required garrisons, even though we aren't garrisoning anything. Next, let's do Crackdown on Civilian Life, which gives 10% consumer goods, plus 20 stability, minus 10 resistance target, and minus 15 resistance growth speed, and 2 mills. So it's decent. We bypassed Pan-Germanic cooperation. Oh right, that's what we were supposed to join the Axis with. But then we couldn't have gotten rid of Quisling, so what the fuck? Oh right, for Quisling's regime this is also available. Okay, I see. Next, let's do Abandoning Nynorsk, which is the new, like, type of the Norwegian language or something. Alright, it is done. Abandoning Nynorsk gives minus 0.4 political power for a year. So we only make 0.46 with the focus selected. And now I would do Norwegian Reichsprotectorate, but the requirements are kind of fucked up by paradox, I think. Because it says Norwegian has capitulated, and it thinks that is false. Well, it isn't, so I'm gonna use a console command, focus no checks, and now I can do the Norwegian Reichsprotectorate. And we're gonna become a Reichsprotectorate of Germany, although it says of ourselves. And it gives 2 civs, and removes an independent Norway, of course. Oh right, because I turned on no checks, the AI has no checks as well. So Germany's doing triumphant will. But if I turn it off, oh, it cancels shit. Oh well, then we're just gonna have to bear with this one. But at least triumphant will also cancel, so now they're demanding the Sudetenland. Oh, and we have widespread strikes. I didn't even notice. Because, yeah, we don't exactly have the war support, so let's cave into their demands and go down to partial mobilization. Let's see, will the focus work by puppeting? Yeah, it did. Okay. Now we can turn off no checks. Right. Now we're a subject of the German Reich, as it was intended, but the checks were kind of fucked up. Alright, next let's do fascist industrial investments, why not? That's gonna give us 2 mills and 2 civs. That's decent. But we have to trade pretty much our whole economy away for steel and coal. Also, how the fuck are we not 100% fascist now? I don't know since when that's been the case, but I don't exactly know how that works. Oh, anti-communist sentiment. Right. Wait, that gives fascism support, so what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what happened. What happened there, and we don't even have a fascist advisor. Or I guess we have Jonas Lai, or Lie, I don't know how you pronounce it. Let's hire him, sure, why not? Other than that, only Josef Terboven gives us fascism support. And we only gain a plus 0.03. Anyway, next let's do secret police. Actually no, let's bring back Quisling. Nothing's gonna fuck up our entire country by bringing back Quisling, right? Yeah, so Quisling is gonna become the leader once again, and he's gonna lose the trait fascist lackey, and he's gonna gain the trait fascist dilettante, which is a word used for people who are interested in something but are quite dumb to understand it. So yeah, in this episode we're dunking on Quisling. Yeah, he was a fascist, so it's not like he doesn't deserve it or anything. But like, what I would expect for leaders is to have better traits, but Quisling is the sole exception, or probably the sole exception, or one of a few exceptions. But he gets progressively worse traits. So now he will give minus 15 stability, minus 10 war support, minus 15% resistance decay speed, and only 0.01 fascism support. So worse in every single way than the fascist lackey trait. So yeah, Paradox is dunking on Quisling, quite deservedly, to be honest. And now he gets this more depressed portrait as well. Alright, next let's do Reviving Norgesveldet, which gives plus 20 war support, which is quite nice, plus 120 political power, 10% fascism support, and Quisling's mental state is gonna deteriorate further, because he's gonna get fascist Landsviker, which in Norwegian means traitor. So yeah, I don't know who in the right mind would call himself a traitor, because, you know, but yeah, Paradox is dunking on Quisling quite hard, and quite deservedly at that. So it's gonna make the trait shittier by resistance decay speed minus 3%. And I think no fascism support, or yeah, or is it gonna stay with 0.01? Anyway, we're gonna find out soon. And the country is gonna be known as Norgesveldet. Right, and like Quisling got like a homeless guy looking portrait. Yeah, he kept the 0.01 fascism support. So yeah, this is Vidkun Quisling, the fascist traitor, with his trait in all its glory and shittiness. And we can't even do these ones because we have to be fully independent. No fucking way. So we could ask for some territory from the UK, Ireland, and Denmark, and Sweden, and the Soviet Union, but we can't, because we need to be fully independent. That's just quite something. So yeah, the political branch pretty much ends right here. I'm gonna do some more things though. I'm gonna do the secret police, which creates an agency, gives 10% stability and 15% fascism support. Also, we can go back to war economy at last, even though this motherfucker is taking away 10% of our fascism support. But you know, it is what it is. Alright, we have the National Samlings Overholdelses Bureau. Probably Bureau, more like. I'm not gonna upgrade it. I'm not wasting my precious 10 civs on this. Next, let's do Fascist Military Collaboration, which gives 75 Army XP, 50 Air XP, and Germany likes us a bit better, but they already like us very much. And they're doing Danzig or War, and I'm gonna help out in Poland with the 21 Civil War divisions, mostly. Because I still have 60,000 manpower, which isn't enough for anything. Oh, Quisling can be the Chief of Army, the only person at that. So, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have purged everyone else. Anyway, and this is only because I haven't completed Jonas Lai's coup. Because then I guess I wouldn't have Chief of Army at all. At least he doesn't give us army debuffs over here, so at least he can do one of the jobs he's been tasked with competently-ish. Although he is just a 20.2 army XP gain guy, so, you know, not great in any sense of the word. Next, let's do Front Kjempere, which gives us 5 new units. Probably some garbage like these militias from the Civil War, but we'll see. Alright, Germany declared on Poland, and they're gonna invite us at any point, probably, but I'm just gonna join the quicker route. There we go. So let's go, boys. Let's get some autonomy. Okay, it is done, and we can't do invite fascist engineers. So we completed the political pass in October of 1939. Yeah, or at least until we're independent. So I guess it's probably an apt time to start rearmament. And let's see what template these guys have. It's actually not that shit. At least the militia divisions from the Civil War are much worse. And these can actually be changed. The Civil War ones can't. And they can't be deleted either for some reason. Alright, Poland has capitulated, and that gave us 86%, 86 autonomy, which is not quite enough, so let's go help out in the Benelux as well, which I assume Germany is doing. They aren't, but the next focus is bound to be around the Maginot. They're actually doing Operation Weserübung. I can't with this. And it doesn't even give them the war goal on Denmark. What the fuck, paradox? Why? It only gives offshore civilian factories currently gained from controlling Narvik. They don't even control Narvik. I do. Next, please. Finally, around Maginot. Wait, what the fuck? They did get the war goal. Somehow. Okay, that was a bug then, I guess, because I didn't see it. Well, I don't know how that works, but Denmark gave up. Alright, they declared on Luxembourg first, and then the Netherlands anyway. We're helping them on the Dutch front, and they declared on Belgium as well. Okay. Oh, I can do industrial takeovers for 1 mil, that's good. I can change to a satellite now, and I still need 961 more autonomy from fucking somewhere to become independent. Netherlands and Belgium both capitulated, so did Luxembourg. It would be funny if it was me who capitulated the French. And thus Vichy friends wouldn't spawn. But that's probably not gonna happen. At least the divisions are getting good experience, so, you know, that's a positive. Come on, oh wait, Germany's the control of all of this, so ask for control, like, those... Why can I... Does Germany not control Normandy? They don't. What the fuck? Okay, so then Picardy, and they don't control these either. So Picardy and Champagne. Okay, so now let's see who Paris falls to. Wait, can I ask for this too? Control of where is the Ile-de-France? Nowhere. Who the fuck controls Ile-de-France? Wait, I do. Okay. That doesn't exactly show on the map, but now it does. And there we go, France capitulated to me. Now I have a naval headquarters. God damn, I have 5 admirals, but only 2 generals. Okay, that was only 56 autonomy for the whole thing. And I don't exactly gain autonomy from garrisoning France now, do I? Yeah, no, I don't. And I probably wouldn't get enough from helping out on the Eastern Front as well, or either. And it's not like we're gonna invade the UK anytime soon with fucking this as the as the uh, as the Norwegian economy or military industrial complex, because you know Germany is in the hands of the AI, who is doing strengthening the Kriegsmarine for some reason. So I think this video can end dignified right here. So this has been the worst path Norway has, the fascist Landsviker, also known as Vidkun Quisling, at the helm of Norway and fucking shit up. And yeah, that includes pretty much everything, cause we're a German bitch. His trade sucks massive ass. We can't have the independent Norway spirit, cause, you know, we're not independent. Actually, Quisling's regime is quite shit in its own right. If you look through these focuses, they're quite garbage on their own right, but at least you're not a puppet in there. And by not being a puppet, you can ask for land that you can't because you're a puppet. If they removed this check to be a puppet, this would be significantly better, but it would be still worse because you know you're a puppet. The only thing that getting rid of Quisling temporarily has going for it is the factories and units that you get through this. Maybe you could even get Jonas Lai. He's even better than fucking Quisling. I mean, look at it. He's not great because he gives you 20% minus 20% stability, which is 5% worse than Quisling, but pretty much everything else is better, other than resistance decay speed. But yeah, everything else is better about Jonas Lai. Yeah. And then you can just ask to become a satellite. You don't have to help out in Poland or anywhere else. Although for independence you do have to help out everywhere else. And then you could invite fascist engineers, so you could get Porsche, Messerschmitt and Heinkel as MIOs, which I don't know how useful they are, but you know, it's a thing. Whereas Quisling's regime only has 3 units as opposed to 5, and research for military police. And I'll give it to this focus. The 300 weekly manpower for like 3 years does sound good. But yeah, and you only get 2 civs, whereas over here you get 2 civs and 2 mills. And 2 civs again when you become a German bitch. So that's 3 times the factories by getting rid of Quisling. Yeah, and if you get rid of Quisling, you can have a much better leader for a while, that being Josef Terboven. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Don't play Quisling. Fucking please don't play Quisling. This path is pretty much for the AI, I think. Both of them, to be honest. Or LARPing or some shit. Yeah, Quisling truly deserves the title of fascist Landsviker. And yeah, so comment, like, and subscribe if you like this video. And see you next year and in the next one, which is gonna be next year.